Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Shannon and I'm in upstate New York. I am in New York visiting for the full month of August, seeing family and friends, and while I'm here, I wanted to share my top 6 travel tips for you guys because I did pack for a whole month. I think this is the longest I've ever been away. Last December I have a few videos. I came here for 3 weeks, but this is a full month. If you want my best packing tips, secrets, travel hacks, just stay tuned. We're gonna get started right now. So just a quick life update. Next week will be a vlog. I'll show you guys a bit of the Catskills upstate. By the way, comment below if you know where the Catskills are in New York because a lot of people don't. I'll also show you the Hamptons. I'm headed out there. My dad's family lives out there. I'm also headed to a wedding, so next week's vlog will be a lot of fun. So make sure you're subscribed so you see my upcoming videos, especially while I'm here in New York. Okay, my first travel tip is to know before you go, especially right now. Even though a lot of us think that this pandemic is over with COVID, it's not. There are still regulations, there are still certain things you need to do in terms of getting on a flight, going to a different state, especially if you're going to a different country out of the US. You definitely need to look up what the regulations are and what you need to show proof, whether it's a negative COVID test or a vaccination card. You want to know before you go. So that's first and foremost. Until hopefully one day soon this is all over, make sure you know those regulations and the guidelines before you start your travels. My next tip is to stay organized, especially when you're traveling for a long period of time. I feel like when I first got started, I started throwing everything in the suitcase and then realized I won't know where anything is, especially when I need to grab and go. And also because I'm going to, I think, 3 or 4 different locations during this trip. I'm not just staying at one place. I can't take all my stuff out, put it in a drawer or in a closet and have it ready to go. I need to make sure my suitcase is organized. So I love to use packing cubes. These help a lot. I use a few, one for things like underwear or sports bras, and then another one for Mushu stuff, like his bones and his toys. And then one of my favorite organizers is my jewelry organizer. I've been using this for like 3 or 4 years and it has everything I need. So room for my rings, my necklaces, bracelets. It has plenty of room and nothing gets tangled in there. So I really love that. So make sure you're staying organized. My next top travel tip is to prepare for anything and to be able to go with the flow. So I like to plan ahead, but definitely leave room for surprises, and I'll give you a few examples. We booked a rental car. We flew into New York City, into JFK. We booked a rental car to pick up and to drive upstate to the Catskills to see my family. We got to the rental car counter and there were no cars available for 5 hours. So in that case, I did go to all the other car rental places, and of course I had to pay a little bit more since I was right there. So definitely leave room for surprises. Also, our flight was 2 hours delayed. It was super interesting. It was a red eye, but we didn't end up leaving till 2:30 in the morning. In that case, my biggest tip is to download movies, whether it's on YouTube or whether it's on Netflix. You can download those right to your phone, iPad, your computer, whatever you want to watch, so you can watch them without Wi-Fi, without any type of service. You can watch them right on airplane mode. So make sure you have all the entertainment you need, even if you like reading, whatever you like to do for entertainment, music, podcasts, make sure all of it's downloaded just in case of any kind of delays. My 4th tip is do not forget your reusable water bottle. This is so important. There are fill-up stations in the airport and a lot of other public places where they have fill-up stations for filtered water. And for me, especially if I'm traveling, I know I'm not drinking all the water that I should be. And if I'm not hydrated, the first thing that will happen is I get a headache instantly, and that's how I know I need to drink more water. For me specifically, I use Kangen water and it is medical grade certified, so you can bring this through TSA. I literally bring a full water bottle full through TSA. They test it to make sure it's just water, and I'm on my way. So I have my water that I love right from home. It's actually 6 times more hydrating than regular water and no headaches for me. My 5th tip, and something I've actually only done a few times, is to ship things to your destination if you're going for an extended period of time. So right now, 30 days over in New York, I needed to ship all of Mushu's dog food, his treats, his bones, everything that he needed. I could not bring it in my suitcase. I only brought one suitcase and one backpack, so it did not fit. Another thing I did, and if you guys are into skincare and makeup, I shipped everything I use from Sephora. So I shipped a full box of all of those products, and I shipped a full Chewy box for all of Mushu, and I shipped a few things from Amazon as well. So especially bigger things that might not fit in your suitcase or takes up too much room, try and ship them to your first destination, or if you don't need it till later, ship it to the exact destination. Just make sure you're giving yourself enough time so you can make sure it gets there by the time you're there. My last tip is to bring items so you can continue your healthy habits while you're traveling. For me, this looks like bringing a self-development book. The one I'm currently reading is called How to Do the Work, and I'm loving it so much. Another thing I always bring is my notebook, my journal. I write everything from things with business to my morning gratitudes in there. I use this for everything. I also have a little fan that I use. I don't ever like to be too hot, especially on the plane. Sometimes you can get really stuffy, so I love this little fan. It's right from Amazon. It has 2 different settings, like low and high, and it's perfect. It's rechargeable, and I just keep it with me in my book bag because it's really small. Another thing I love, especially I tend to have anxiety, especially travel anxiety. If you do too, make sure you check out my Instagram. I have a saved highlight. Last week I shared all my tips for how I handle travel anxiety. I love to travel. I love living the laptop lifestyle, but that doesn't mean I don't have to work through things like anxiety myself. So make sure you head over to my Instagram if you want to see more of those tips. But something that I love for anxiety is using essential oils, especially the lavender one. And this bottle is so little, I can bring it anywhere with me. What I like to do if I'm feeling any kind of stress, nervousness, anxiety, put a little bit in my hands, rub them together, smell them, and then just take some deep, deep, deep breaths. So as you can see, all these little things can fit right in my backpack, but they're definitely a source of comfort. And also for me, it's a reminder of my healthy habits and to continue them. Other healthy habits that are semi-easy to continue, even if you're traveling, is things like exercise, moving your body, or stretching. So for me, what I really love to do is yoga, especially since when I'm traveling, I'm not looking for a gym. And when I'm home, I love going to the gym, strength training, doing some cardio on the treadmill. But when I'm traveling, I do not spend my time looking for a gym. I'd rather get outside, grab a towel or a mat if there's one available, and just start stretching, start moving my body slowly, do some yoga, and really get my body out of that space where you are so crunched down when you're on a plane. You have not moved for hours and hours. So I like to remember to continue yoga. And another thing that's very easy to continue is walking. So walking is a great form of movement, great form of exercise. And what I find that's really easy, especially in the morning, is to wake up and go for a walk, especially before it gets too hot outside. So whatever healthy habits you want to continue, try and bring something along that is a reminder of them. Maybe it's workout bands, maybe it's protein bars, but I hope this helped remind you of some of the things that you would love to bring next time you travel. All right, guys, that was all my top traveling tips that I have right now. I am sure there'll be more in the future. If you guys have any of your own favorite travel tips, comment them down below. I'd love to see if they're similar to mine, and I love learning from each other, so I think that's a great way we can all share. Like I said, next week's video will be more of a vlog style, and I'll be showing you a lot more of New York, where I am, what I'm doing. That video will be super fun. I hope you learned something from this video for the next time you travel. And until next week, you guys, I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful week. Bye.